Welcome to House Anthems.
Thanks. Good to be here.
You've come from the Summer House project last
Yeah.
week, wasn't it? Or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. So I played for them last week actually, and that was really good. So
Yeah.
I've never played for them before. So that was unknown location, so they didn't release it until like I think 24 hours before.
Right, okay.
And I turned up and it was on a barge, so that was cool. Yeah, and everyone was just absolutely such a vibe there. Like it was really good, and it's just nice to actually connect with people as well. Like not everyone's just there for a good time and they're just playing their own music.
That's what it's about though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of events now where there's a lot of events happening because there's an event.
Yeah.
Now it's actually about bringing people together, which is what it's about.
Yeah. Well, they originally actually the event's actually called the Summer House Project because the guy who owns it actually had a summer house in the bottom of his garden.
Oh, really?
And he kept having afters and too many people kept coming. And he was like, mate, I've got to start an event. Which is actually such a good idea. But yeah, so that's why it's called the Summer House Project. So I think they're only quite a new event, but honestly, they've done really well.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So they're based in Hertfordshire, is it?
No, so this was like in Tottenham How.
Oh, okay, cool.
On the canal. But so on the boat actually moves to like places like Hackney Wick and things like that. Not to say that they will do it again on the boat, but I think they're looking to next do a rooftop event, which is going to be quite cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your set, how would you describe your set?
I played quite early, to be honest. It was like 4:00, so I didn't want to go in too heavy. But just played a few wordy beats and, you know, they're no words, no birds, you know what I mean? Yeah, so no, I just played like I love a beat with like a saxophone in it in the daytime. Good little tune.
It's great for them canal vibes, though, isn't it? Let's
Yeah.
go into that then. So, growing up, music-wise, what's your first memory of music? The sort of styles of music you listened to back then? How did that kind of come about?
Growing up,
Yeah.
the Spice Girls,
Yep.
Lady Gaga, Little Mix, like that was
Proper
me.
girly.
Yeah,
Girly
proper
girl.
little girly girl. Yeah, I was never really into like boy bands and stuff. Obviously, know about Justin Bieber and things like that. But yeah, so I just loved all my music like that. And my dad's very into his music. He's a guitarist, so
Oh, nice.
I sort of got that influence from him a little bit. And we still do that now as well. So it's nice that we have that connection, really.
Did he play for any bands back then, or?
Yeah, so he actually used to be in a band a few years ago, and he used to live in Greece and owned his own bar. So that's sort of how I think he played out there as well. But he's always played in bands and stuff. Still does it now, and it's what he enjoys.
How did house music come into it then?
So when I was growing up, my dad actually used to be quite into the trance music. So I would always obviously have that on, and he'd listen and show me things like Infectious and stuff like that. So yeah, I think with house music, I think it's something that I more discovered. I'm an only child, so I was very like, I just liked exploring music, and I think I sort of got that flair slightly from my dad showing me the trance stuff. And I actually remember when I first started listening to house music, my friends were like, what is this? Like, why are you listening to this? I was like, this is great. Like,
What sort of house was it? Was you listen to?
I think when I properly started getting into house I was about 12, so probably like MK, things like that. Like do I want to say Sonny Fodera? No, is that a bit young?
He's been there for a while though, hasn't he?
Yeah,
So,
Duke Dumont.
Yeah, Duke Dumont, yeah.
Yeah, things like
That
that.
kind of like classic deep house sort of era.
Yeah, so that's sort of where it really started with me. And yeah, I loved it. And like I say, my friends, they were like, why are you listening to this? I was like, it's banging, trust me.
This is the thing, like what were your mates into back then?
Probably rap. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had my era with rap, but I don't know. I just think house is better. Bit of a rhythm.
Being that one different person to your mates as well. It's like, I remember being at school and I was always having like, one of the days of like LimeWire where you can get like new music and whatever. And I used to like, so have you heard this music? Have you heard this track? And they were like, no. And then it comes on like the school disco. They're like, Dips, have you heard this track? I was like, I told you about 5 months ago. It was hilarious. I think like for me, that's when I knew where like there was something there where I was always getting new music, or I was always getting like new albums and EPs and stuff before everyone had it. When you was like the one that went into house and your mates were like, what's all this about? Did you feel like, hold on a minute, I think I've found something new, or something like, do you know what? I think this could kind of pop off. Did you feel like when you was listening to house that you would continue listening to house, or did you feel like actually this could just be a phase and I might go to like rock or whatever?
No, I think honestly, I've always been a house girl. I always have, and even now, like, or a few years back, like I would put on like tunes in the car, and people would be like, "I ain't got no words in it," and I'm like, "Well, some house tunes have just got a cracking bass line. Like, just listen to it; it's unreal." Yeah, I don't know. I've always been a house girl, really, and I've just always loved the rhythm, and yeah.
Love the rhythm. It's something that's followed you. How did DJing come about? How did you start getting into that?
So I've always been quite musical. So I've always like played the guitar and piano and things like that, and I used to professionally dance for 12 years, and then I sort of dropped all my instruments, and then in lockdown I bought a pair of decks at 17, and again I was playing like this house music. I was bringing it around my mate's house, like we'd have like barbecues and things like that, and they'd be like, "What are you playing?" I'd be like, "I don't care." I used to like, I would play like the old school like pulsar and things like that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's sort of where it started, and I think then again people did start catching on and going, "Hang on a minute, like this is good." So yeah, that's sort of where it started, and then I just sort of developed from there. I've never had a DJ lesson in my life. I've just always
teach yourself something. It's creativity.
Yeah.
It's like, I always say it's from within. You feel it, you know. Music, you feel it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never had a DJ lesson. I've just always been self-taught, and I think that's how I've been with quite a lot of things, to be honest. And that's and I like to learn new things as well. So I've always like a challenge, and I think that's sort of where it started, really.
What point was it when you went from going to your mate's house, playing at different parties? Obviously, I know it was lockdown and stuff. At what point did you feel like taking the DJing from bedroom to let's take to the stage now, like I'm ready? Or was it something, or did you just feel, you know, let's just do it?
So when I started DJing properly, I'd say, I obviously then started going to Pirate Studio, and that's obviously when you're playing with bigger decks, and like you can have a lot more fun on them with all the effects. So I then obviously started bringing people to the studio. As you know, it can be a good little turnout.
A little party in the studio.
It's like your own room for 2 hours, and it's great. And then, so from there, I then started up my own event called After Hours. And to be honest, it didn't do that well. But my first proper event was at my event. So where I played out to people, and that was pretty cool.
Where was that at?
It was only in a bar in Epping, and my friend sort of done me a favour because she worked in the bar, so it was like she gave me that for free, which is quite good. So that was the launch party, and then our second event we took it to Basing House. So
nice.
Yeah,
it's a great venue. That
love Basing House. Yeah.
How do you feel about events? Like when you was putting on events back then? How did you feel about it? Did you kind of put pressure on yourself that it needs to pop off, or did you do it because, you know what, I just want to rally people together? We've had a bad time with lockdown, and, you know, people were squashed mentally, physically, the lot. And just like, do you know what, I want to do something. Because I like doing what I'm doing. I'm DJing more. You know, people are now kind of looking at what I'm doing and be like, actually, yeah, this is sounding quite cool.
Yeah.
And like, I might latch onto this, do an event. What was it for you when you was putting it on events? For you mentally, was it more like, do you know what, I want to do this like long term, or was it like, actually, yeah, like let's just get people together?
I think it was just more showcasing talent, and I'm one for like getting people together if you're good at something, and also I think it was just the next step as what I wanted to do. With my DJ career as well, and that's just sort of where it started, really. So like I say, the event didn't really go far, to be honest, but it was a new thing to do, a new hobby, a new challenge, like I say.
Gives you an insight as well, because when you bring it back, you kind of know like kind of what not to do.
Yeah, well, this is what I say to events as well, like when I go, like I do say like, oh, well done. Like I always say like, this is a great pick of a venue, things like that. Like, and I'm like, I always do say, oh, I used to run like my own event, and it is hard. Like even promotion and actually getting people together. Like people will say they'll come and then they'll buy a ticket, but might get a no show. Do you know what I mean? So, it's hard work. It is so hard, and especially to build a reputation. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
How did you do it when you was doing events? Was it like free entry? Was you charging? Like, how did you do it? Was it ticketed or?
Yeah,
I guess it's only.
I did do ticketed, but to be honest, I didn't take the piss. I done them for like £7, and I done a little payday like sale one as well. Yeah. But no, like I say, like I actually just wanted people to get together and have a good time. Like it isn't a money maker. Like I done it because I wanted to do it. And it's my passion yet again. Like I just wanted to share it with people and getting people together, getting my friends to come, getting people to support. I think I love that. I think it's really important. So
you've done really well with events so far. You've done Ministry of Sound. You played for Pasha House, Blue Marlin. You played for, didn't you? And you went abroad as well in Mexico, Marbella. Tell us about those gigs as well, because they kind of popped off.
Yeah. So once I dropped my event, I then got my first ever DJ gig, and then since then it just absolutely shot off. And I think, to be honest, where there's like a niche market for girls, I think that's sort of where it kicked off a little bit. So yeah, in regards to obviously playing abroad, and that that was such good opportunities, and it's just again really good exposure. Yeah. Did
you like the whole flying to different destinations and?
Oh yeah, of course I did.
The life, isn't it?
Yeah, and my friends are coming. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just I make a holiday out of it as well. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, going to Marbella. I think I only done that for 3 days because I played at Pangaea and Max Beach. So that was really cool. And I had my friends come along with me. My friends are my biggest supporters, I'll be honest, and that's
It's key, that. Mexico, was it for a radio station that you was doing it for? Was it a radio event?
So it was basically like a rooftop bar, but it was a radio, like the national radio station for Mexico. So it was, DJing there. That was an opportunity that just got sprung on me out in Mexico. So I always take...
Was you already out there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, right.
I went out there for a holiday for my friend's birthday last year in March. And we went for 10 days, and we done like 5 days straight partying, like mental. And then we sort of like chilled it down for the last couple of days. And we just went for a drink at this bar.
The phone rang.
And I was just like, no, I love talking to people. I'm like, oh, I DJ too. And they're like, come by tomorrow and play. I was like, done. Done. I'm there. So that was an amazing opportunity as well, I have to say. I absolutely loved that. And again, like it was free, but I don't care. Like that was amazing having that.
Plus we were trying to get your name out as well.
Yeah.
Obviously you're bored. You just want to just get it under your belt.
Oh yeah, not even that. I just wanted to. Like I didn't care about, obviously the content's good and whatnot, but I just wanted to do it for myself. Like I was like, this is amazing. I won't ever do this again. So.
Well, you might. You never know.
In a different country though.
Yeah, true.
They have asked me to go back and actually play on the radio station. So.
That's what I'm saying though. That things can come from it.
Yeah.
Maybe not identically, but. Yeah. Similar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have asked me to come back. The Cancun ain't 10 minutes down the road, so Cancun, Tulum, sorry, ain't 10 minutes down the road, so maybe if I am back in the area I will do it, defo.
What's one of your biggest wow moments when you're DJing? It could be like a track that you played that popped off bigger than you thought. It could be like a crowd engagement. It could be someone being like, oh no, that is sick. What's one of your memorable moments on set?
I did actually pull out this tune last year. I was playing at Dog and Whistle in Hartford. Yeah, nice. And I'd never actually been there before. And so many people had told me about this venue. And I was like, yeah, this is sick. Like, it was in August last year. And I pulled out this tune and it was like a Freddie Mercury, like, mix. And it's an unexpected tune. Like, it's just him doing his singing, but just like with no beat behind it, and the drop on it is sick. And everyone
is it like an edit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, and it was so cool. And I think everyone was like, yeah, this is going off.
How does that make you feel then?
I love it.
Yeah.
I literally get goosebumps when I think, like, even music gives me goosebumps. Apparently, it's like a condition, you know. Only certain people.
I've read about that actually. Yeah.
Apparently, only certain people.
Yeah.
Get goosebumps because it's like a condition.
You've claimed that now.
I'm one of them. People. Yeah. So.
What's one of your favourite venues you've played with all the ones that you have?
I would say Blue Marlin Ibiza Members Club in London. The sound system in there is unreal. And yeah, that was a really good turnout. That was a wicked party. That was for Pasha House. Also, I'd say Studio 338. I played in the Terrace.
What, the Garden or Terrace? The Terrace?
No, the Garden, sorry. Yeah, I played in the Garden. That was really good as well.
It's a vibe, that place, isn't it?
That's where my raving day started. So
was 338 your first, like, was that your debut?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Like, to actually go back there and play in that Garden, like, younger me would be like, you're smashing it. Yeah.
Probably see you in the Terrace next time. Because that's like meant to emulate Amnesia.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If you go Amnesia, Ibiza is literally, it emulates it. It's amazing. Have you done Amnesia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Terrace, like the way in the sound system as well. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly the same as Amnesia, but it is pretty much emulating it. The Black Terrace, obviously, you've got the see-through roof. So obviously, when parties go to like 6 a.m, you see like the sun coming down. It's very like biblical in that sense, but it's really cool.
Some good parties there. Like I think I've been to 338 about 3 times for New Year's, and through the glass roof they do like the fireworks and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Honestly, it is a really good venue.
What would be your dream venue to perform? Like, if you had to look back one day at your career, what would be like the dream venue that would be like, no, do you know what? That's the one I want to tick off. Obviously, you said 338. As like, but like you can attach that to like your raving days. What would be like your one dream venue that would be like, no, do you know what? That's the one I want.
Does it have to be in the UK?
Could be anywhere.
I'll be so honest. I love Ushuaia.
Yep.
I think Ushuaia is a sick venue. I just love the fact that you can get them little them bottom floor rooms as well. And just have your own little party in there. Yeah, I'd say Ushuaia.
Yep.
Love that.
Favourite Ibiza club?
High.
Oh, okay.
The toilets go off.
Yeah, they do. They're the best toilets in the world.
They are so cool, yeah. I do love High. I actually do love, like, Ocean Beach, though. Like, I actually do love a day thing. As much as I love, like, the nightlife and things like that, I do love a little beach club, so... Yeah.
Day parties are the ones, though, I think.
Yeah, because you get unbelievably pissed. Like,
and it's unbelievably early.
Yeah, and then you come home and you're like, right, I need to level out, like, because you're going out again.
If you had to do events again, would you do a day party?
Yeah, I love day parties.
Yeah, I think it's
absolutely
great.
Love it, especially when it's a good day, cheeky little rooftop. Like, yeah, it's nice.
Easy for people to come to, easy for people to get back. Do you know what I mean? I think it works great that way. Do you feel the night events are losing out a lot now?
No.
Obviously, like, obviously it depends what country you're in, but I feel like obviously over here, transport is a joke after a certain time. Yeah. Do you feel like that's a major hindrance now with the nightlife here? Or do you still feel the majority will be like, no, fuck it, I'm still going to go?
I don't really know, you know.
I mean, I was at A1 last night.
Yes, yeah, so you can't.
But that's just me. Like, I'll go wherever. Like, that's just, you know. Because I like, again, for me, I'm in the industry, but also like supporting, you know, and fortunately I drive. So if I can drive, I'll drive in, and then obviously I'll stay sober or whatever. But I feel like supporting it now is so key nowadays with the way the government hasn't really helped the entertainment industry in the last few years. It's up to us to like big each other up. You know, I think that's a major thing. But I do feel like personally just thinking, like, just speaking to people as well, you know, if it's a day party, but like, yeah, cool, I'll be there. You know, I can get back, cool. Like, the first thing to say is I can get back. But if I go to an event and be like, oh, do you want to come along or whatever? And it's like, what time it start? It's like 11, finish till like 6 or 7. So, oh, no, and it's the complete changes. But that wasn't like that before. I just feel like there's a lot of that from my experience of speaking to people.
I do also think it's based on like the friendship group though, I'll be so honest. Like I think it actually so depends on the people who you go out with. Like you need to be on the same vibe. Like if you know you're going out at 11 p.m. like and you're all on it, then it's different, I think.
Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, that's what you do in Ibiza, but obviously like different mindset. The air's different out there, I think.
But I think with Ibiza, you're kind of stuck in terms of there's no work in the morning, first of all.
Yeah.
Right? You can get back because there's always going to be Ubers or cabs or whatever. You know, everything's like next to each other, pretty much. That's kind of, and the thing is, you're not going to go to Ibiza thinking, I'm going to lock it off at 2 a.m. You're in Ibiza for a reason. But like London or Dubai or, you know, we work in cities here. Do you know what I mean? So the mindset's different anyway. Do you know what I mean? So with Ibiza, you know, you're going to have a certain amount of money you're going to bring with you. So you know that's going to go. You don't have to worry about, it's going to cost me this much because you're already going to bring that much anyway. It's a completely different thing because Ibiza, you're going to go for partying. Here it's, you got a life here as well. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a bus the next morning.
That's what I say.
That's what I'm saying. I know what you're saying about people, but situations as well.
I think, well, I just think as soon as you step off that plane, the air's different.
Yeah, true.
It's different.
People are different.
Yeah, the alcohol's different.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just don't get hangovers.
Water's different. 25 euros for water, it's got to be different, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think of the DJ industry today in terms of empowerment, and how has it helped you grow from when you bought your decks to where you are now and to where you're going to be for the end of the year?
I'd say when I first started, obviously there's a lot of growing female DJs now, and it's great, I think. And it sort of pulls away the stereotypical, like, I think everyone thinks a DJ is a man. Like, so it's great. And I think, yeah, it's nice to be a part of it, and definitely, like, girl power, like. But I think it's great for girls to DJ. And I wouldn't say no. I would say no, it hasn't affected me into, like, obviously what I've been doing. I'm just very, like, staying in my own lane, doing what I'm doing. But 100% I support all these other girl DJs, like, because we put up with shit as well. So, like, yeah.
I know there's obviously that stats in it about not many DJs, female DJs on lineups and whatnot. I think I like what you said actually when you said I'm just here staying in my own lane, because I think sometimes I like the awareness of it, it's where we need to improve on, but then sometimes calling it out too much, you're kind of making a problem, because it's like you can call it out, but what are we going to do about it? Do you know what I mean? So I think having like someone like yourself, like, I'm going to stay in my own lane, I'm going to improve as a DJ, better DJs and like track selection to like crowd engagement, because then that's how you get booked for being you. Do you know what I mean? Putting your personality out of it rather than worrying about there's not enough of me playing.
Yeah.
Do you see the mindset sort of thing?
I do think as well it is so important to not compare your journey to other people's. Like, it is your journey, it's your lane. You're your own brand, so you do whatever you want to do, and be who you want to do. Like, be who you want to be. Like, and I think as well, I've found people jump on trends with, like, for example, Josh Baker, things like that, because it's Josh Baker, but play your own music because you like it. Don't, like, fair enough, if it's a banger and it's trending, play it. But, like, I think it's so important to have your own sound and be different and, yeah, stay in your own lane, really. And
do you think DJs are playing it safe? And kind of fear-led, where if I don't play that Josh Baker track, if I don't play that tune that's popping off, then people are not going to vibe to my set. For me personally, I know my sound and what I like to play unapologetically, because it's kind of like, well, you're listening to me, and I'm going to provide you like what I'm about. Obviously, you kind of integrate it with what's in now and whatnot. You might drop an edit or like a remix that you've done to show a bit of appreciation of what's out there. But for me, it's like, this is me. I'm not scared if I don't play a track that's popping off, because I know like there's a certain style that I'm doing. Like, mine's very like deep house and garage. So if I do want to play it, I might do like a garage edit of it and be like, catch people off guard and be like, oh, like, never thought that was going to drop like that. Do you know what I mean? So you kind of like, you're appreciating, you're acknowledging it, but it's like, this is the way I'll do it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that when you're doing? Because I feel when you say you're staying in your own lane, that's what I consider staying in your own lane, because it's just like, you're confident about your sound, your personality when you're DJing. I mean, actually talk about that. Describe your personality as your DJ.
energy.
Yeah.
I'm not that DJ to stand there and
Get your chair next time. We'll roll this clip back.
You know when I had to
Alana was just put that in your tech rider. I need a seat.
I had to DJ the other day and I had to ask for a step because I couldn't see over the mixer. That is actually a little...
How high was it?
I don't know, but I'm 5 foot. So sometimes I actually have these issues. Like, that ain't even the first time either. So, yeah, it's little people problems.
With the knowledge you have now, as a DJ, music in general as well, what would you retell yourself, your younger self, the day that you bought the decks? What would you tell yourself to either watch out for, and to be better quicker, or any sort of like self-reflecting thing? Like if you go back to the day that you bought the decks in, what would you say to yourself that's different from what you've seen and what you've experienced DJing, obviously different countries and whatnot, speaking with different promoters, things that you've dealt with, different personalities and characters in the industry? What would you kind of say? Or even someone that's actually listening right now or watching, hearing what you're saying, is in a similar boat where it's like, I want to do what she's doing.
Yeah.
What do I like kind of need to expect and tolerate with, or not actually tolerate with?
I think I'd go back to what I said again, actually, and just don't judge your journey with anyone else's. I just think if you want to start in the industry, by all means, go ahead, because there's so much to get into, and there's so much to be involved in as well. And there is so much support these days as well, like online, and obviously it is growing massively, like I think the DJ industry. To look out for, I'd say, honestly, not everyone's your friend. Like, that I have come across a few people where not everyone's your friend, and I think in the industry as well, just be respectful to people. Like, I find it's so important, especially when I play for events. Just like, people have had you on their event, so like, obviously give that respect back. Like, obviously you've had the opportunity to play, but give that respect back by actually going, oh, like, stay for a little bit, or like help them promote their event before, and ticket links and things like that. Like, honestly, little things like that go such a long way. Do
you feel that's a bit gone nowadays?
What do you mean?
Do you feel people are not doing that? They're just worried about, I'll turn up, do my set, and then fuck off.
Yeah. Or people just generally do it for content and then just piss off. Like,
that's, I mean, I agree with you, but the content does play a big part. I mean, I don't condone it.
Yeah, of course not. Like, get all your content.
It's kind of like you got to roll the dice.
Yeah.
You know, and we've all had to adapt. And the way, and obviously, like, numbers now, you know, numbers is a big thing. I spoke about it previously with another guest as well. Numbers is a big thing, whether it's streams or whether it's followers and whatnot. But I mean, those are something you can buy tonight. And all of a sudden, people who don't know you have seen you, but like, oh, you've got X million this or X million that.
I think that's
the biggest thing. And I feel like, why are we going to that? Why are we going to something that is so, you know, malleable? We can change it in a, you know, like in a light switch. There was another stipulation I heard about where an institution wouldn't allow artists in unless they had a certain amount of followers, and the institution is about promoting artists, emerging artists. Obviously, you can bring in famous people as well, famous artists who are doing bits, but there is a big thing for let's promote emerging artists, because once upon a time, the major artists were growing up, you know, and they were emerging artists, you know, and they may not have had the tools that we have back then, and they would have probably cut an arm off to have the exposure that emerging artists will get nowadays. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like, well, I mean, do you feel like there's more focus on the gram than the art?
Do you know what? I think social media this day and age, it is absolutely brilliant for getting all your stuff out there. But at the same time, I do think it kills the industry. Like, for example, like when people are DJing, when people are videoing all the time at events. Like, this is why people do them no phone policies. And if you actually have been to one of them events and they don't do a no phone policy, it is like the energy is so much more different. I went to a Chris Dussy event at 93 East and it was a no phone policy. Like they literally physically stuck these stickers on your camera lens. And I was like, all right, this is a bit OTT. But oh my God, like it was sick. It was so good. And everyone was just living in the moment instead of videoing. But overall, I would say, yeah, social media is great. I'm definitely for getting your stuff out there. But I would say as well, with the trending TikTok sounds and the unreleased tunes, it ruins the tunes before they come out. So it is a hit and miss, but overall, yeah, I do think it's a massive help in like the industry if you want to get your stuff out there.
Yeah, I think it's if your track can become a soundbite, you got virality there, isn't it? I think that's the thing with TikTok. It's very soundbitey.
Yeah, you can have an 18-year-old dancing to your edit, and it's like you've made it. It's like it's mental, like, and that's what I say about all these Josh Baker things and that. It's just like that's how the things blow up. Really, it's more of a trend. I think it's more of a trend,
which I think has reduced the amount of people that consume music because they build up to this drop, and then okay, cool. Like I don't know that bit now. I only remember that bit when the TikTok showed me. That's how people consume new music now. Well, a certain percentage. Gone are the days of going to a vinyl shop, record shop, and collecting vinyls, or going to Beatport tracks or listening to tracks, buying them. Those days are kind of it's all that. What's quick?
Yeah.
What's the thing that bounces? Yeah, cool, that one. Tracks are getting shorter now. Do you know what I mean? Have you thought about production?
So I have actually touched base with production ever so slightly on Ableton. And I'll be honest, it's absolutely alien to me. Like, I do understand the basics of music. I've always had an interest in it, but it is on the cards. I'll be honest, but I don't want to have too many things going on at once. Like, I'm sort of enjoying what I'm doing at the moment, and I actually do keep saying it that I will start at the end of this year. So stay tuned. No, honestly, I really do actually, and I think it will be a nice new little hobby, and I think I am quite creative as well, so I can really sort of let people know what my sound is as well.
What would it be if you had Ableton right there in front of you? You did all the lessons. What sort of tracks, what sort of sounds would we hear from a track if you produced it right now? If you had Ableton right here in front of you.
I'd be like, how does it work? I mean, what's that button do? If I had Ableton in front of me right now.
What sort of tracks would you make or had in mind to work with your sets? Because I think that's what's important is also we make it for our sets, so we incorporate it. We promote our own sound by doing that. What sort of sound would we expect?
Like I say, I think I'd make two sounds, to be honest. One, the day vibes. I love a singy-songy tune. That's
the Spice Girl nature coming back.
Yeah, that's the younger me and me. I just love a little saxophone or things like that. I love summery tunes. But probably, I don't know. It's so hard to say what a sound I'd make. I know it sounds really weird, but if you heard cowbells in a house track, it adds a little bit of spice to the bass.
That's where Latin house and all that infuses in, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually would make stuff like that, I think.
Yeah.
Not all this doink stuff. Too heavy, the doink stuff.
I mean, that was quite a distinctive sound in the deep house days, though, isn't it? I mean, not the proper heavy doink stuff, but the old school SKT. Do you know what I mean? That sort of sound. Old school Josh Butler.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that remix he did with Want You Forever with Carl Cox.
Yes.
That just bangs.
That is actually that's a rip.
And that bass breakdown, it goes in. Do you know what I mean? It elongates the bass. Oh my gosh. That's always in my USB.
I was in Faces actually when I heard that.
Oh really?
Years ago. And again, I was with my friends. I was like, girls, wait for this. Wait for this drop.
It's a long.
Yeah, and they're like, can you hurry up? Like, I think they wanted to get a drink. I was like, but then again, they still didn't really understand the house like music, and that at the time was what I was into. So yeah, when that come on in Faces, I thought, yeah.
How do you explain house music, what it is now, to people who are not into it or don't get it? Because I thought you've lived that.
What do you mean?
You've kind of gone into house, and obviously, like, your mates were like, "What's this?" Now they kind of latched on, right?
But then again, I think it's a trend. I just think people.
I don't know. It's a movement.
Yeah. No. I would explain house music to be? It's catchy, isn't it? It is catchy. I love a beat. Like,
you love a funky bass line, apparently.
Yeah, I do. I do. I love a funky bass
That's
line.
what you could have said with Ableton. Make a funky bass line.
Yeah, but anyone can say that, and it could be any funky bass line.
Funky doink.
Yeah, funky doink with a cowbell. Unreal.
There you go. That's a quote right there. Funky doink with a cowbell. Off the decks. What you like off the decks? So do you do things that help you perform better? Do you have like routines? Do you have like things you do that kind of takes your mind off it? Because it can be quite consuming.
Yeah.
What do you do to help and balance that? Because I think that there's a big correlation to how you live your life off the stage can also determine what you like on stage. Obviously, if you're living an exhausting life, it's chaos, performing wise, it could kind of spill into it. How do you balance off decks and on the decks life?
I don't.
I'm
a bit chaotic. I don't really know. That's a really good question. I think I just be me. To be honest, I have quite a busy week. And I think as well, also keeping up to date with music and doing that as well. One thing I do is when I am in the gym, I will find new tunes, and I think that's how I sort of keep up to date with things.
Is there ever a moment where you don't have music in your life?
No.
Where you completely switch off? Yeah.
I'm that person who would rather have tunes on in the background and watch telly. Like, I can't do anything without music playing. And that's not even me going, like, saying it like that. Like, I actually can't. I can't function.
I'm the same though. You need that noise.
Like, even at my desk, I've got an AirPod in. Like, I just cannot. Like, I can't do it.
Imagine you in a meeting, you're not even listening. You're like listening to your AirPod, don't you?
I'm like, yeah. No, I actually can't. I always have to listen to music. I think it just makes me tick.
What keeps you inspired?
I think what keeps me inspired is that there's always so much more that you can do in the industry, and other artists do inspire me as well.
Any names that come to mind?
Alicia.
Yep.
I actually saw her on my flight back from Marbella when I DJ'd out there. Did
you get to speak to her?
With Will Wiley. No, I was hanging out my arse. And she was like we was in like a queue, so she was a few people ahead. But yeah, Alicia. I also do like, who else do I like? I'm like on the spot now. I've got like
This is what it's about.
Yeah, I think girl DJs. I like Fifi 40 as well.
Yes.
She's really good, and her production is actually sick. What she produces actually is what I would probably make, that sort of sound. So
it's good to have a reference, and I'll say that with people going into production. And I remember when I first started production, I was just like making, and then you're not really going anywhere with it. And I would say that it's good you've got that, because when you start producing, referencing is so important.
Yeah.
It's, do you know what I mean? That direction, which I think is really key. Do you kind of have tracks that have stayed in your USBs or stayed in your hard drive, whatever it is, that kind of emulate who you are? Like for me, it would be old school deep house, old school MK, like the 90s MK, and that would stay. That's just like me. I'd always prefer back to that sort of sound. Do you have any tracks that stay in your USB that you just do not remove? That's like you. It's like your signature sort of go-to, record.
Guaranteed belter.
Yeah, I mean, like the Dusky remix of Cloud 9, Do You Want Me Baby is that for me. Oh my god.
Yeah, the track that I would always say in my USB is Glue.
Bicep.
Such an unreal tune. And
see, I remember hearing that on a Mercedes advert. I think that they were promoting like used cars or whatever. Other cars are available, but I remember, and I was like, "What is this tune?" And then I heard it in a club, and I was like, "That's the Mercedes advert."
Yeah, mate, it's an absolute banger.
Yeah.
I actually think you could pull like that is a good finishing song of a night. If you are ending a night and you've been obviously spinning all your like good tunes, your house music, whatever, if you pull that out of the last bag, like that is a good finishing tune.
It's melodic. It's got that break beat. Got the breakdown. It's anthemic. Brings you chill. That's the track that'll give you goosebumps.
Yeah.
I remember there was a DJ called Ozzy. I was at E1 last night, and he played the old school Bicep.
Oh yeah.
So he played Vision of Love. It's like 2012. That was like deep house Bicep. I'm just like, wow. And it's mad how artists develop the sound in time. Is that the sort of artist you want to be as well, where your sound develops? I would say develop, not adapt. I say develop because develop is more to do with you. Adapting is to do with the external and can lead to conforming. Do you want to be that person that you always want to kind of develop, or you want to be like, this is the sound that I want to stick with?
I think my sound has changed, but I will always still go back to my old sound. And I do that. In my sets, I'm quite varied with what I will play. Yeah, I think absolutely. And I think music changes as well. So new tunes sound different. There's new things that sound different.
Music changes, but it also comes back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, so I've got some edits that like I'll play of like Inner City, for example.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it will be, but that's what I actually love playing. I will play an old tune that's an edit, but it's like housed up. So it's got an unreal bass line on it, but you've still got that referring back to the old school. So I do love playing that stuff actually. So
it's been really cool to hear your journey and to hear more about you. I think it's been really good to kind of get to know who you are as like identity, which I think is really key. I like to have these conversations. I think what we do is an art is a form of expression.
Yeah.
And it's a vessel for us to show who we are. Not to people, not to prove like this is who I am. It's to ourselves. I feel like, when we go through things in our childhood, art is such a good way to release.
Yeah.
I feel like in producing as well, you produce what you feel.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. And even sometimes DJing as well. Sometimes, you're trying to do things and you go by what you feel. It's so natural as well, which is really cool. It's really great to hear about you as a person, how you approach DJing, the love for it, staying in your own lane, which I think is really key. I feel like you're going to go up into a DJ where it's like you've been so confident with your sound, you're able to switch it up and still be like, no, it's still me. Like, and I respect that because there needs to be more of that sort of mentality. So going forward, 2026, we're nearly halfway through the year now. Would you believe?
Actually nuts.
It's crazy, isn't it? What sort of stuff could we look forward to or expect from you this year?
I have got some upcoming sets, and I'll be playing in Hertfordshire, Chelmsford, and I've got a few more TBCs which are potentially overseas. Oh my god, that rhymed. TBCs potentially overseas. Anything
you can announce?
Yeah, so I will be playing for Stairway to Heaven on the bank holiday. I think it's the 24th of May, so the second bank holiday, in Chelmsford at Bar and Beyond.
Nice.
And I will be playing at Dog and Whistle for a Playhouse event on the 6th of June.
That's a really cool venue, that.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be playing back there. Energy is unreal there. And that's who I played for last time at Dog and Whistle, when I dropped that Freddie Mercury edit. So
drop it again.
Yeah, 100%.
Get the content in.
I need to find a better edit or something similar, but yeah, that was sick.
How can people follow your journey as well through socials? What's the best way? Tickets as well. They can get tickets through your socials. What's the best way? Follow your journey.
Instagram. My Instagram's open. DM's always open. And yeah, Instagram. Happy to message. Catch me at events. Like, take my number. Do whatever.
She's available.
I'm just available, basically. And yeah, my DM's always open. So if people even just want to chat about music stuff, like, it's my passion. So I'm happy to talk about that.
Keep up the passion. Keep up the amazing work, and the mentality is great. We have a closing tradition on House Anthems. It is something that is new.
Okay.
We do have this book.
Right.
And what it is you can write down a phrase or a quote, something that has carried you through the industry or through life or through certain moments that sticks by you. It couldn't be something that you say to yourself before your set, with how it is with stage anxiety, or, just that reassurance of yourself. There's a lot of self-nurturing when you're DJ, because it's all you. You need to be the best version of you, So it could be like a quote that means a lot to you, whether it's something that, like I said, you've come across through your journey, through this interview maybe, or in life in general. So you can write this down. Now, before you do so, the guest before wrote in here, in fact, he said 2 quotes. He said a quote on the mic and he wrote something in here. Now, he said, "This year I want to be bold." And he wrote in here, "Never, ever give up." What's your thoughts on that?
Strong bit of word in that. No, yes. Don't give up. Yeah, love it.
Alana, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And I can't wait to see the rest of your year. And hopefully hear some tunes from you as well.
Yeah, you will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.